fucking swear, Cody.
We'll record. Did you pause? Oh fuck! I thought that was really good object work, John.
Thank you very much. I'm a graduate of. I actually didn't take movement classes in theater school because I thought they were fucking stupid, even for theater school, and I was so right. I was talking to a friend of the show, and by that I mean my one friend from theater school that Dylan has met, Joanne, and she was telling me a story of a full thing they had to do in class, which was they put a chair in the middle of the room, and you had to skate on the chair to like the end of the room, and like three students like just full landed on their back, and she's like, I'm not doing that. That sounds fucking crazy. And the French teacher's like, I know how to do it. And like an angel glided on the chair. And she was like, yeah, you're like a fully trained choreographer. This is fucking nuts. And this is one of the many things from the 2000s where you look back and you're like, whoa, what were we thinking there?
Oh man, we had to do clown. I went to comedy school and we did full clown. And part of clown was you close your eyes, John. Close your eyys. Now say hi to all your dead relatives as you fly through space. They didn't even be like, and then you see a big ball of red clown energy, and then you have to make up your own language.
I took that from an actual French guy from France. Came in and did clown, and he was like, we can pretend that you are somewhere else doing something else, but I do think that is stupid. Today we will learn how to fall. And then he just dropped onto the ground and sounded so bad. And he's like, and he showed me how to do it. I remember this was the moment. This is, by the way, French people versus dyspraxia. You're going to get some gold. He's what he said. He went, you are not coordinated enough to fall down.
I love that people know the language, but just enough that they know like how to deliver the message, but with no like grace.
I completely agree with it because I actually think that grace is what's holding us back. You are not good at thinking.
The French first lost in the World Cup, and my father-in-law called them snail-eating cheese bastards, which I had never heard.
That's so good. I got to tell you, I enjoyed this World Cup for no other reason that the entire thing I was on an airplane for the shootout. And there was one guy, I don't know what he had done, but let me tell you, I have never seen someone drink so much on a Southwest flight in my entire life. Like, and we're talking.
He lost some money. He was like, it won't go to penalties.
I think that's exactly what it was because I've never seen someone straight double Jambo morning airplane. Double Jameson on a Southwest flight. Sir, there is no food here. You are in trouble.
There's no food?
No food.
Not even pretzels?
Oh, they got pretzels, but they're very small.
Oh, yeah. You got to have like 18 different types of those pretzels.
That's
and the other thing the World Cup did was
made it okay to hate women again.
Yes. And
yeah. Okay.
people.
Good.
Thank
That's
God.
why Yeah. Thank you. That's why this show is ending. We are finally transmogrifying into what we've always meant to be. That's right. A right wing. One of those weird right wing media shows that gets mentioned when Kanye talks, but we're gonna do it funny. You know what I mean? We're gonna get all the things. We're gonna get a weird.
Man. If we had a big enough platform, we could have talked to Kanye.
Oh my God! Do you know who I guarantee would have?
I don't like your music, but you hurt a lot of my friends' feelings by becoming anti-Semitic. Comments on how that makes me happy for some weird reason.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I completely agree. For no other reason than where I went, thank fucking God, I don't have to hear about how this guy's a fucking artist anymore. Everyone knows who the real artist is: Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. That's as far right as I go for singers that don't believe in my politics. Bruce Dickinson only.
What does Bruce Dickinson believe in?
Oh boy, he loves Brexit. Was recently in Ottawa and apparently said, "The revolution almost happened here. Give me a cheer!" And then everyone was like, "No, Bruce." Apparently,
that's really funny. Everybody, Justin Trudeau is a communist fascist. What? Those are two. Follow me on it.
Give me your hands. My favorite thing was he was one of the first people I ever heard criticize the European Union on stage at a metal festival. They went, and if it wasn't for the European Union, England could decide its own destiny. And then he went right into Aces High, which is just so fucked up. He's just
well, 2 minutes to midnight, right?
Yeah, it's about every time I fuck.
No, but have you listened to the lyrics of that song?
No, I make a point of not listening to Iron Maiden's lyrics because I want to keep liking that band. Yeah, that's
medieval, whatever, except for Midnight, which is about
how it's cool to kill.
Bad.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, abortion's bad.
Ah,
To
shit.
kill the unborn in the womb. Which if it's like it's.
I thought
good.
it was about nuclear death. Like that means even the unborn are going to die in the womb from a nuclear
I mean,
bomb.
maybe I just.
I think that's what it is about
Okay,
because
sick. All right, I can.
here's the
Then I
thing with
hate it
Iron
now.
Maiden. Here's the thing with Iron Maiden is there is no metaphor. All of their songs are literally. They have a song called "The Klansman" that is the plot of Braveheart. They have a song called "Brave New World" that is the plot of the book Brave New World.
Yeah,
They
you're
have
right.
like
2 Minutes to Midnight. Of course, was about how am I that stupid? Oh.
because you care about the cause, bruh.
No, I'm fucking on both sides, I guess.
Is that true? Yeah, because
Sure.
you do. You once told me you once showed me a calendar you use, and every month was November, and then you looked at me and went, "That way, No Nut November is all year round." And I was like, "Wait, what do you think No Nut November is, Dylan?" You're like, "That's when I nut only in ladies unprotected." And I was like,
yeah.
"Jesus,
That's when
what
I
a way
nut
to
in November.
interpret that." Yeah,
Also,
nut
I
in
stopped eating-
November.
That's the 1 month a year I stop eating pistachios, and then we have extra pistachio December, which does not have an alliteration.
Why would you? You don't need an alliteration for Christmas, Dylan. Everyone knows that. You were smart to do it that way. Dylan, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you enjoy Sami Zayn as the new Uso in the WWE?
I think that I think he's great. I think that he would have been difficult to like make as a serious character anyway, because he all like when he came into WWE, he literally was El Generico.
Well, he's El Generico, the ska performer. You know what I mean? Like he was like, this guy's into ska, and he used to be from Mexico, and he was
he's
of
just
all
such
of
a good
them.
wrestler that it didn't fucking matter. And then
Well-
his character was I love ska, and then now his character is kind of like seemingly a hobo who's very good at wrestling.
Yeah, like his character. What it is there was no like he. Essentially, was one of those things where it was like, "Do you guys love Sami Zayn?" And it's like, "Yeah, he's fun, but like I don't know why." And then now it's like, "Oh, this guy is just like a fucking goof." But what is interesting is are they building to him taking the title from Roman Reigns? Do you think that's what they're building to? I do not.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea what Sami Zayn taking the title from Roman Reigns would be the ultimate Ronnie Garvin. Like of all the things. that
Oh
modern
my God,
wrestling
that would
has
be
as
he
the
would
Ron-
be
most Ronnie Garvin things of all time. He is that would be the most Ronnie Garvin, where it'd be huge pop, and then it'd be like, okay, this guy's our fucking champ now. What the fuck do we do?
That's what's so interesting about Roman Reigns' last bit of reign, is that they've actually kind of given the fans what they've always wanted, which is like Paul Heyman managing a guy who's there every week is basically what they've just done, and everyone's like, "This is all I've ever wanted from wrestling."
Or yeah, Roman Reigns was like, we should turn this guy heel and make him a badass, and then they finally did, and it was during the Thunderdome era, so that no one could cheer him, which was I think good on Vince's part. But I think we should talk about the other thing. Do you think Vince is coming back? He said he wants to come back.
No, I'm gonna
He could
say this
fire a
again.
new
He
could
can't.
fire-
He could try. The board of directors would then fucking go,
He has
"We're
enough
dissolving."
stock to fire the new board.
Like he could try it, but then there would be a giant revolt by the stockholders of like, you are devaluing our money, which you can't do. That's another federal crime, along with all the other federal crimes you could be accused of. Like Vince McMahon,
He would
you have
kind of
to
do the thing
understand,
where it's like, I
Vince
built this
McMahon
house,
can
I'll murder
say,
the house now.
yeah, he can say all he can try and burn it down. But again, this is
he could burn it down.
here is the thing with the American government that everyone needs to understand. When you, unless you live here, it really doesn't make any sense. Which is they kind of don't do anything. Like they're not doing anything. But when they do one thing, it's like, what the fuck was that? And it's like, that guy fucked around and found out, so we burned the town down. We're America. And you're like, wait, you killed like 80 people because that guy didn't pay his taxes. And it's like, yeah, and now those 80 people know not to fucking not pay your taxes. And
Now
you're
they
like,
no fear.
yeah, exactly. You live in fear from us. Yeah, we come in a drone. It is silent. It is silent, and only you will see is the fire of your family burning because you crossed us. And you're just like, how is this a country, man? But like that's what it's like. Like it's literally like I understand that everyone's like, Vince thinks he can come back. He cannot. Like they will the entire company, they would be better if he starts walking towards the door with that intention. They'll just be like, WWF is over. Everyone's in AEW now. Like, you want to know how you see Triple H debut on Dynamite? The day Vince McMahon walks through the doors is the day that Triple H is like, fucking yes, and he goes to AEW. Imagine Hunter Hearst Helmsley in AEW. He would have
I
to
think he would
fight
have
Jungle Boy so many times.
He if anyone would have proof of concept for just like, hey, all these guys have super allegiance to me. You could just pack like if for some insane reason that did happen, he would definitely be like, hey, I have all these guys who are super allegiance to me. Basically, I am my own ecosystem within this other wrestling company. Just let me come up with 3 letters and let me make a wrestling company, and somebody would be like, yeah, I'd love to make millions of dollars a year while doing nothing.
I would just very quickly just be like, if I'm Tony Khan, I would be like, how much trips do you want to run ROH? And we literally just go get the USA TV deal, and I literally call it Triple H ROH, and people will be no RO Triple H. Oh, and then people would never not be sucking their own dick. Triple H, the NWA would be amazing. Ric Flair would be the commissioner. His head would just be in a geodesic dome, and he would announce no matches. It would just be like, the commissioner's still alive, and he can't hurt anyone from where he is right now. And then we're like,
yeah,
whew.
That'd be good if if Ric Flair had the same thing as Cornette did in like '97, where he did shooter reviews, but it was just him defending himself against sexual assault allegations every single
Woo! I've never been there in the morning. Woo!
That's how they like to be touched. Woo!
Yeah, Ric Flair's podcast it should be called "Oh My God, How the Mighty Have Fallen." Like, he's not even good at using
the Conrad Thompson. People forget this. The
yeah,
first
he did.
Podcast Conrad Thompson did was with Ric Flair. It was so shitty that Ric Flair stopped it, and then they started one with Bruce Pritchard. And just because Bruce Pritchard essentially it was coherent and will like Bruce Pritchard has no character to play, and Ric Flair does have like a I don't know, man. He's like
Oh, it's even weird. I know what you mean. Like, it's not a character. Like, he's not playing. Like,
he's not being a. He's not working, but he's not. He just is Ric Flair because he's like become the Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Yeah,
because he doesn't have a good identity.
He's just become sad, is what it is. Like, he's just a
sad
man. Oh, Dylan, from your mouth to God's ears, he has always been sad. But
the fact that like Dave Meltzer and shit obviously turned a generation of wrestling fans, including us, against the Outsiders in the 90s because they were being mean to Ric Flair. And it's like, yeah, but they aren't. Like, Kevin Nash is clearly a cooler guy to hang out with.
Yeah, like Flair. He's just like Ric Flair. Literally, it's like, you got to respect this guy. He's got mallards on his expensive sweater, and he'd be like, "Woo! What the fuck, your mom, kids? Let me in your house. Woo!
I got a cashmere sweater and a dry dick. Let's change one of those.
Woo! I need a cocktail refresher, and your sister looks like she doesn't fucking seem like she cares about it.
When no one's looking, I eat cat food because it's all I can afford. Ooh.
Hey, I just want to let everybody know that Ric Flair fucked Aaron Anderson's wife. I fucked her.
I fucking put stress on every friendship I've ever had. Family talks.
I still talk to Reed, though. Go to his grave, have a couple of drinks.
Like, it could have been like if you would have actually done adult wrestling in the late 90s instead of going to that insane asylum. Ric Flair's character would have been, I'm the most divorced guy in the world.
Them just filming in his house, just super drunk, trying to help his fucking kids with homework. You didn't tell the fucking teacher that. Woo! 14 times. And then they're like, so the answer is 14, I guess.
It would have just been David Flair going on a date and then Ric Flair trying to pick up that girl just to prove that he could still fuck. And the girl being like, sir, you're 40.
How awkward do you think Ric Flair's wedding speeches at David Flair's wedding was? I guarantee he brought up the, woo, could have had that fucking.
There's no way it wasn't on Zoom because Ric Flair picked up like a GCW booking for.
Oh my God, I think that's true. I also think that it's also very, 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 very possible that he brought up Tori Wilson in the speech. Could have had, this bucket of goo. You could have fucked Tori. Woo, let me fuck her.
Oh yeah, he's one of those guys who's like very proud of his son's sexual conquests, and it's like the son only had those conquests because he treats people like people, and his dad does not.
Yeah,
my fucking son fucked that bitch. We were in love, and now we are still friends. Friends because you fucking getting sucked off by her. No, just friends, man.
How many times do you think Ric Flair has been kicked out of a bar for yelling love is for, and then using the other F word, and then being very confused as why people are offended. Well, they are.
Ric Flair's
They are.
personality is every wedding DJ. You know, love's just made up. It's just bullshit, right?
Yeah, you know how many fucking brides have sucked my fucking dick? I mean, in your head, 4.
Yeah,
in reality, 0. Those are my favorite guys. By the way, like, oh my God, I have one friend who has really had sex.
Those type of guys just have really good pyramid scheme style podcasts now.
Oh my God,
those guys
used
to be a weird guy that worked at a call center, and now they're like,
this is such an interesting time for fraud in that it's never been easier, but it's also never been scummier. Like, it's never been like you can really defraud someone, but it's like you are marketing to old people and you are just taking their savings. Like, there is no you could just pretend fraud telemarketing it. Like, it is just evil. These kids don't know what capitalism, and you're selling them headphones.
Bernie Madoff made a whole office building out of fraud.
No, he didn't. No, Bernie Madoff, the scandal is even more fascinating in that the main part, he had 2 businesses running at the same time, which was one was the Ponzi scheme and one was like an investment arm. And he just told people that the investment arm, which was totally legitimate and run by his sons, he's like, this is great. This is everything we do. And then you went up to this other floor and it was just his office and a bunch of photocopiers, and no one ever figured out what he was doing there. And all he was doing was just making shit up and then printing it.
Yeah.
It's the best.
He was taking money. He just had to keep on taking money and basically getting people to think like, I mean, I'm not taking that money out. I have $5 million in the bank. It's like, you do not. You have no money. There is no money.
You know, one of the most fucked up things I've ever watched is there's an interview with
Tub Girl?
Bernie Madoff. Of course, no, that's
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
2 Girls, 1 Cup. Anyway, Bernie Madoff, and all he's trying to do is just he's just talking to the interviewer about how he really wants the interviewer to buy him some tuna with some crackers from the vending machine. Like, he keeps bringing that up. He's just like, I'm pretty hungry though. Like, I get it. And you're just like, this is this guy in real life. Like, I can see this guy. He's like,
who he is. He's just trying to get something for free.
Yeah, I did some fucked up shit, but maybe you want to give me some tuna with crackers. And you're just like, what the, bro, you're in jail. Your fucking son committed suicide on the day you confessed, you fucking cancer of a man. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, when it was tuna. Here's a question for you. If 2 Girls, 1 Cup came out now, what do you think the online discourse would be about it?
It would get so political so quick, and there would be so many rumors about who they're associated with. But that Joe Biden made them do that. They did that in Mar-a-Lago. Because in America, everything traces back to Biden's involved, or it happened at Mar-a-Lago.
People into fascism through 2 Girls.
100%. They'd be like, you know why she's having to live in that tub? Because of Joe Biden's fucking healthcare. Like, it would be that, and you're like, I don't think that's true. Like, that.
They're just trolling us, trying to get us to vote for Trump.
That's right. Yeah, it's all part of Kanye's plan.
2 Girls, 1 Cup is when 2 girls. Everyone knows who fucking this motherfucker is. But that's the other crazy thing. Like, I forget some other podcast I was listening to, but Friday by Rebecca Black was on for months, and Tub Girl and 2 Girls. Tub Girl was years. 2 Girls, 1 Cup was like months of everyone just watching that video at a fucking party.
Oh my God. Well, 2 Girls, 1 Cup was very interesting, and then it went through waves. It was first like the dude bro.
They just fucking drink shit.
Yeah, it was the E-Bombs world wave first off, and then it was the like populist wave of 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and then in 2011,
then the both girls got on the Tonight Show, which was
weird. Then there was a 2011 re-wave of Do you remember 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
2 Girls, 1 Cup was an unofficial nickname for the trailer for Hungry Bitches, 2007 Brazilian sketch.
Hungry Bitches. Oh, no.
2 Girls, 1 Cup.com. 2girls1cup.ca. There's a website that's just
Canadian
girls
this is great.
Their own shit. The Wikipedia is 2 Girls, 1 Cup is the unofficial nickname for Hungry Bitches, a 2007 scat fetish pornography. 2girls1cup.ca. The unofficial, this is the description, the unofficial and uncensored, the original, uncensored, and uncut 2 Girls, 1 Cup is a trailer for the artistic film Hungry Bitches. To the 2007, just right in the prime, no one will have it as good as in college as we did. Just right in your prime.
No one.
2000,
no, just
2007.
High-speed, bit-torrented internet.
Fuck yeah.
Do you know how
1 Cup came out, which was like,
yeah, it was me.
2 Girls, 1 Cup. You know what? You ever seen 1 Guy, 1 Cup?
Yeah, I have.
What was it?
This is me drinking a fucking beer and being fucking cool.
No,
man.
a guy shoved a beer bottle in his ass and it breaks off in his
Oh,
ass.
see, I know that as Mr. Hands.
Fucking Quebec's stupid.
Well, yeah, Mr. Hands.
In Montreal, we call that je m'appelle maison.
Yeah,
I
je
am the
m'appelle le glace.
Le glace du.
One man, one bottle. One of the most horrifying, most human moments ever, where a man's glass bottle up and then he feels it break, and his eyes. I haven't seen just Two Girls, One Cup. I haven't seen in forever. I remember this got brought up after because I saw it at a house party.
Talking about it makes me, and it also is
the back of my neck is now sweating. There is a moment where you just feel him break, and he just goes, and just realizes shitting is over forever for this man.
This is the other thing is this is a very honestly 2 girls 1 cup and then 1 guy 1 bottle is just a good metaphor for the entire internet where 2 girls 1 cup was fucking gross but fun. And then 1 guy 1 cup was like, oh yeah, you know how it was gross but fun? We took the fun out.
Yeah, and
this
also
is just a guy's life being
not even gross. This guy's dead. Also, one of the most amazing things is Kevin Smith's podcast from 2006, 2007, 2008 is fucking rad because it's one of 4 podcasts. And it's just him and his producer, Scott Mosier. And there is a 90-minute episode where Kevin Smith just talks to Scott Mosier about that video. And it is fantastic. Their best episode is they once do 55 minutes about just all the times Kevin Smith has eaten too much beef tartare and been sick. And that might be the funniest podcast I've ever listened to. Bassa, your tata will make your asshole diarrhea.
Dude, 2 girls 1 cup. This is crazy. 2 girls 1 cup 2.
No.
7.9 rating on IMDb.
What the fuck?
And
Catch Fetch doesn't have that
10
much.
full years. They
I mean,
came, after 10 years they came back and
imagine how imagine how long it's going to take you to be convinced to drink some shit. Now, imagine how long it's going to take you to be convinced to do it again.
Did those girls make any money off of that? I hope they
God, I hope so. I hope that they are like the fucking Kardashians of Brazil.
Yeah, that one of them is married to Bolsonaro.
Yeah. How did you meet your wife? Well, I saw her have a shit mustache, and I thought
I
must have her.
This other girl.
I don't know why Bolsonaro's accent is very French.
Well,
Salut, je m'appelle Juan Bolsonaro.
Shit drinker.
Yeah, bonsoir, je m'appelle shit drinker Bolsonaro.
What a good time to be like a fucking just right before the financial crisis.
Oh yeah, man.
Shit.
Everyone's
like,
girls drinking.
Everyone
drinking
was
shit.
taking loans that they couldn't afford. Yeah, that makes sense. I just saw 2 girls drink shit yesterday.
Yeah, everybody had a fucking mini Hummer. Do you remember those fucking things? Holy shit. I also the war in Iraq, it's still crazy that it happened. Like, this is the thing that, like, we have some historical context now. When I was fucking 18, America and England were like, listen, we want to fuck up a country. And they're
England is the funny part.
England is the
America's like, let's fucking use our guns. England was like, you know what? England that was like the time where that guy who never comes out anymore finally comes out.
That's exactly what it was.
Let's actually, you know what? Let's fucking buy some blow. That's what England was. I want to
ask this question. I've been trying to fucking work out a bit about that. Can I have that premise right there, Dylan? If that's what that war feels like, it feels like that's exactly. It felt like for 200 years, America was just like, we're gonna fuck up this place, we're gonna fuck up that place, man. It'll be fucking great. And then England, for the first time since 1776, was like, I'm coming out, baby. And it went as exactly as bad as you thought it was. I do disclose those.
Cool. Those were unjust wars.
Though they were unjust wars, everyone knows that Neville Chamberlain's policies could have been followed and it would have been fine. Oh, sure, we would have lost mainland Europe, but as a Brexiteer, did we really ever need it?
Wow, that's true, actually, John. Good point.
Yep. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm now newly Brexit. I'm pro-Brexit. So pro-Brexit, I think that the Nazis should have won World War II. That's how Brexit I am. True Brexit.
Yeah, why not? I've been playing Wolfenstein: The New Order, and then that game. I'm really wanting now that Nazis are around again.
Goddamn! I was literally So I finally, Dylan, finally have my shit out of like bedbug fucking quarantine, so I can get my fucking Xbox back. And I was like, what games are fucking up? I'm gonna fucking play a video game over the fucking holidays. And I saw Wolfenstein, and I had the exact same thought. I was like, Wolfenstein, that's fuck, I might end up living that. I don't want to play that game.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Yeah, playing Wolfenstein in 2022 is kind of like playing Super Mario Brothers, and suddenly a pipe just bursts in your backyard and a bunch of fucking dinosaurs came out.
That's really, yeah. And the other thing is, what was it? Someone was telling me, I was like, oh, I was saying this to them, and then they're like, yeah, there is that part where it's like, basically people play Wolfenstein and we're like, well, I guess that's one part of the story. The woke people trying to destroy, or like, what are you talking about? This has been around since the 80s. Like, can't Nazis just be bad?
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Guys, I'm going to say it. All Nazis are bad. That's right. I'm going to say it right now.
Yes, they killed 7 million of a specific race, and that's one side of the story.
Yeah, and their side of this, I'll tell you what their side is that they wanted to do that, and it was good. That's why you have to be against them. That's why you have to be against them, guys. Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry that you want to like the Nazis, but you do not get to like the Nazis.
They turned one of the most efficient industrial nations into serial killers for like fucking 10 years. So
and also, let's be totally honest, didn't take that long. That's the other thing you need to remember about the Nazis. It didn't take them that long for everyone to be like, yeah, like everyone was like, we shouldn't do this. And they were like, oh, or the other side of that is we should. And they were like, fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, just like England getting Iraq. What's that? Yeah, sure. She's a bitch. I'm going out. Fuck.
That's exactly what it feels like. Is it feels like England had been like, I want to fucking go and fuck some fucking shit up, bro.
I'm gonna fucking fuck up these fucking pine cones or whatever. I'm gonna man. Pine cones. What else is happening in wrestling? I don't know. AEW's
AEW's just
belt.
bad
we have
now.
Belts, I think.
AEW, yeah, actually, yeah. Dylan and I recently just became the AEW big fat losers. How are these guys not Virgin Intercontinental Champions?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this about AEW, and I really enjoy it. I have never seen a company so quickly become TNA. Like I've never seen a company that like it was so like this is great, and then it was like why? I will never understand the logic of hiring Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, to me, as a wrestling fan, if I see him immediately, I'm just like, well, legitimacy is done. The My World guy is back. Fuck off.
I get having Jeff Jarrett. I just
explain
don't get
to me how
on television.
I also don't. I don't get that decision. But what Jeff Jarrett is not a good force, not a force for good.
No, you know why? It's because Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, who are two people where it's like, who gives a shit, are both in the ecosystem of just wanting to get Satnam Singh on television. Like Satnam Singh is literally exactly Giant Gonzalez. It's TBS TNT. He was on the Atlanta Hawks, which own like it's literally Giant Gonzalez again, and they're just having an ecosystem of people who you can have on television who are good performers who won't overshine Satnam Singh, so they can finally get him over and get him some reps on television. That's the entire reason these guys
Dylan, look at me. Look at me. I see. Oh, look deep in my eyes. I don't care. I'm done with AEW's weird projects. I sat out the good year of this company for my friendship. Do you understand that, everyone? And I'm back, and it's shit.
There was for Cody Rhodes, the Cody Rhodes era of AEW, everyone's like he was just down to job. It was great.
It was
and
pretty
now
great.
Jericho kind of has his role, and it's like get Jericho
it's
off
weird.
TV.
Yeah, let's get
an utter. He's like worse Ric Flair body. He's like if Ric Flair in the 90s was melted.
What's so weird is I think he took some sort of weird drug because for like 20 minutes in. I remember when the wizard gimmick first started and you saw photos of him on the internet and he looked delicious. And then he is back to just looking like if one of the Golden Girls had to be completely topless. Like, it's just like, Christopher, what happened?
Well, also, did you see his part on The Masked Singer where it's like everyone else on The Masked Singer has been able to sing and Chris Jericho cannot sing?
I, of course, saw The Masked Singer with Chris Jericho. I exist on wrestling Twitter, and it was the best because it was just wrestling fans ruining the game for everyone. It's Chris Jericho. I just want to let everyone know it's Chris Jericho. Like,
my favorite thing was the judges having to be like, whoa, well, as he's like, it just sounds like a cat getting slowly run over with a car, and they got to be like, oh, what a beautiful voice.
I also like how they have to act like he's a celebrity.
A bunch of lies. Yeah, they have to act like he's a fucking celebrity.
bear in
Don't
mind,
be cooked by the mainstream. Those
Yeah.
were in the song originally.
everyone
Yes, they
knows
are.
that adrenochrome is stained on Nancy Pelosi's pussy lips. Whoa. Let me
That's
just
good.
say this about. Did you enjoy the Jesse Ventura Chris Jericho interview?
I didn't see it.
Oh, I listened to it. I only listened to one
Is it
part
just two
because
guys trying to out-conspiracy each other?
No, there's not. There's just one part where let me say
Actually,
this.
that, but with lizards.
Actually, no. What he does at one point, he goes, "Let me tell you who's a bunch of pieces of shit, Chris. It's anyone who went to the January 6th bullshit ride. Know who I hate even more? If someone's wife went specifically.
Is that what he said?
He literally gets into it so intense. Like he's just like, and has clearly no idea that Chris Jericho loves MAGA and that Chris Jericho's wife was at January 6th. Like he literally keeps being like, it's actually just it's a sign of mental stupidity, Chris. And then Chris is like, aha, right? Because like Chris Jericho, he can talk tough, but that interview also taught me that like, oh, he still believes in wrestling hierarchy and was also raised by an athlete. So in his mind, he's still like, well, this is a man who does the thing I do, and he's older, so he can kill me.
I don't think so, because I think Chris Jericho
Listen
is
to
the
it.
ultimate
Listen to the
Vince
clip.
McMahon.
Listen to
He's
the
the
clip.
ultimate Vince McMahon, and he always has been. Where Chris Jericho will platform conspiracy theorists, and he'll have wrestlers on there, and he'll have old metal guys on there. And the reason he does that is because he will open the discussion, but he'll never weigh in. He wants to just exist out. Like he's not going to sacrifice any advertising money or anyone's money by saying a political opinion. He's very much a old school Canadian
But
guy
he
like
does
that,
say political opinions by having Donald Trump Jr. on and some of the other people he had on in the
That's not
post.
saying it though. He just has them on.
Yeah,
He's just
but
letting them
yeah, but
talk.
what he's
Plausible
saying.
deniability.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but the way he conducts that interview, it does indicate certain opinions one way or the t'other. You see what I'm
100%.
saying? I agree with what you're saying, and you are correct.
But
But
he'll
it's
never
still
be like
so
woke people are a
funny.
problem, especially since he's
Yeah, he'll have someone.
a woke wrestling company.
Yeah, he'll have someone else come on. Well, but apparently, but as we understand, like, yeah, Tony Khan is the CEO of the woke wrestling company, but he still definitely was like, well, we're going to work in Florida during the pandemic because they've declared it a national.
He's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire. There's no way that he's still
It's
not
like all companies.
I like this guy.
Like they'll fucking. The only reason that companies do these things is because the majority of people are like, yeah, I like trans people.
Come.
If they didn't, then we'd get fucking what John likes. That's the end of our chat now.
Collectives. Guys, the rest of the review is ending because I'm starting it'll probably end up turning into a cult, but at first it's going to be a commune. I'll see you there.
John's just a centrist saying what the media won't.
That's exactly. I'm just a centrist saying that you need to eat butter for every meal because that turns your stomach into.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remember
That's
that part of
the fucking
keto?
secret. No, that's the fucking. There's a fiber lady I listened to a thing about, and obviously Liver King, but like.
Oh, may I
That's-
just
well,
say,
that's the
rest
secret.
in peace, Liver King.
Say one thing. Oh, he's getting more popular now. Say
I know.
one thing that's commonly known to be good for you, like spinach or something, and then just be like, I only eat spinach. And
Yeah.
I'm jacked now. And then
Also,
that-
you need
and then
to-
everyone will be like, you don't just eat spinach, and you got to be like, yes, I do. And then you'll be eating a Snickers at the time. You're like, that's not a spinach. You'll be like, I tricked you. I made a Snickers bar, but it's spinach.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then that's how you go. That's how you fucking.
The other trick is you have to throw out a bunch of like really niche science. Well, yeah, that's because I'm trying to counteract the tie-ins and the prions.
Yeah, the prions.
Exactly. They're like, the what? Yeah, you got too many prions in your orange juice. I have those filtered out.
Yeah, and then just wear a lab coat, insist
And
that's your doctor.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and-
No. I see the opposite. Is you got to walk in and take off a lab coat. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy who enjoys reading.
Sorry, I don't read because I just believe that is actually elitist.
Yeah.
So
I don't read, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I support Kanye for president, but
My S levels
does.
are through the roof. Spinach
Certainly.
levels.
oh my God, my STD levels are that's spinach, turmeric, and desire.
Yeah, I put turmeric on spinach, and then of course I watched some 2006 Tough Enough because I have desire. Anyway, that's it.
Fuck you. Fuck you all.